Mit der Startnummer 1 aus der Ukraine, Anton. Die Startnummer 2, Theodor aus Rumänien. Die Startnummer 3, Carlos aus Spanien. Mit der Startnummer 4, Aurelien aus Rumänien. Startnummer 5, Richard aus Schweden. Startnummer 6, Lukas Thompson, Großbritannien. Die Startnummer 7, Björn Kassianos aus Russland. Startnummer 8, Mario Schotzi aus Österreich. Startnummer 9, Tom Weinsteiner, Team Deutschland.
Last competition is the Platform Boys Group A final. We will start with Antonin from Ukraine, forward 3.5 somersault pike. That was too flat. Way too slow and way too short. That's not how a competition should start. And he will have big struggle to get back into this competition after this failed dive. So the next one is Theodor Țanescu from Romania. Back 2.5 somersault with 1.5 twists pike. Was a little bit sloppy in the pike position, and the twists weren't really nice too. 5, 5, 4.5, that's his score. Next one, Carlos Casado from Spain. Forward 3.5 somersault pike. Better than the one from Anton Antonov before, but this one was a little bit over. He didn't finish his dive properly. 5, 5.5, 4.5. That's 45 points for him. Next divers from Romania. The second one from Romania, Aurelien Dragomir, also forward 3.5 somersault pike. That one was straight, but not a nice entry. 6.5, that's a score. Next we have Richard Rupp from Sweden, back 1.5 somersault, 1.5 twists from 5 meters. That was a nice twist, not the most difficult dive, but he did it really well. 7, 7.5, 7.5, 55 points. Next we have Lucas Thompson from Great Britain. 2.5 somersault, 1.5 twist spike. Yes, that was a nice twist. He has a really good start into this final. Lucas Thompson from Great Britain, 7.5 points, 72 points for him. Awesome start for Lucas Thompson. Next is Gleb Kazyanov from Russia, inward 3.5 somersault tuck. Awesome inward 3.5 somersault tuck. Thanks for him. Next we have Dariusz Lotwy from Austria. He's showing a forward 3.5 somersault tuck. You don't see that dive that often. It's a preparation for 4.5 forward from 10 meters. Now he's really fast. A little bit over. Should be like 5 points for him. 5.5. It's 46.20. Next diver is from Germany, Tom Waldsteiner. He will show a forward 3.5 somersault pike. A little bit over in the entry. That's fast enough. Here's the score, 6.5, 7, 6.5. That's exactly 60 points. The next diver, Vyacheslav Gachanov from Russia. Forward 3.5 somersault pike. A little bit over, but he had a nice entry though. Really fast in the somersault, 6.5, 7, 7, 61 points. Not the best start into this competition, but everything is open. They have 5 rounds, and here we have the winner of the prelim. It's Sam Fricker from Australia. He starts his competition with a back 2.5 somersault and 1.5 twists pike. The dive itself was a little bit sloppy, not the best technique, but the entry was really, really well. 7.5 could have been more when the dive would have been a little bit more consistent. Lucas Thompson on rank 1, followed by Vyacheslav Gachanov and Sam Fricker. We still have 4 more rounds. Second round, Anton Antonev from Ukraine will start with an inward 3.5 somersault tuck. Like his first dive, he failed it. Was way too over, 4.5 points only. I don't think that he is really happy with this. Next we have Theodor from Romania, also inward 3.5 somersault tuck. A nice dive, but the entry was not really good, so he will only get 5 points for this one. Next we have Carlos Casado from Spain, back 2.5 somersault pike. Really nice back 2.5 somersault pike. He had enough time and he took his time and he finished it off really well. 7.5, 7.5. Next we have Aurelian Dragomir from Romania, inward 3.5 somersault tuck. Unfortunately, he failed the entry. Could have been a really good dive, but with this entry, it's only 6, 5.5, 5.5. Next, we have the diver from Sweden, Richard Rob Iliste, inward 2.5 somersault with tuck. Nice entry. Seven, 7.5, 7.5. That's 59 points for him. Next is Lucas Thompson. He was the first after the first round. He will show a forward 3.5 somersault pike. Was a nice forward 3.5 somersault pike, but the entry could have been better. 6.5, 7, 6.5. That's 60 points for him. Gleb Kasiano from Russia, back 2.5 somersault tuck from 5-meter platform. Ooh, that one was way too over. It will be just 3, 3.5, and 4 points. And it's always difficult to get back into the competition after a dive like this. Darius Lotfi from Austria, he will show the same dive. Back 2.5 somersault tuck. A little bit too short. It'll be like 5 points. Let's see what the judges are saying. 5.5, 5, 5.5. That's 48 points. And again, 2.5 somersault from Tom Waldsteiner, Germany. Oh boy, that was way too short. It was too flat. Somersaults were too slow. 3.5, 4. That's 31.50. Inward 3.5 somersault tuck from Vyacheslav Kachanov from Russia. Amazing. What a beautiful dive from Vyacheslav. Such a beautiful entry. 9, 9, 8.5. It's 84 points. Totally deserves this score. Awesome. And here we go with Sam Fricker from Australia. He will show a forward 4.5 somersault tuck. If I'm not mistaken, he's the only one showing this dive in this competition. Sam Fricker, Australia. Beautiful entry too. A little bit sloppy with his feet. 6.5, 6.5, 7. It's 74 points. Here we go with the current result. Vyacheslav Kachanov after this really nice 3.5 inward on rank 1. Then we have Lucas Thompson and Sam Fricker on the bronze medal position right now. And we go on with the competition, the third round. Antony from Ukraine will start with a back 2.5 somersault tuck from 5 meter. What happened? He failed. It's his third failed dive in a row. It is not his final so far. 2.5, 2, 3 points. Next we have Theodor Țanescu from Romania. Forward 3.5 somersault pike. A little bit too short. This forward 3.5 somersault. I think he can do it better. 6.6, that's not bad, but could have been better. Next, Carlos from Spain. Arm stand, back double, somersault, 1.5 twists. Nice view from this angle. Here we go with the arm stand. That was actually pretty good. That was a nice dive from the beginning, but he missed the entry a little bit. 6, 5.5, 5.5. 54.4 points. Next we have Aurelian Dragomir from Romania. He will show a back 3.5 somersault tuck. That's a difficult dive. Platform Boys Group A, but also for the seniors. It's one of those dives that will decide where you will end. Wasn't bad. Straight into the water. But not a good entry. 5.5. That's the score. 51 points. Next we have Richard Roop-Iliste with a back 2.5 somersault tuck from 5 meter. Really nice back 2.5 somersault tuck. I like the entry. That was a little bit unpredictable. Here we go with Lucas Thompson, inward 3.5 somersault tuck. He was on rank 2 after the last round. And we're back with Gleb Kasyanov from Russia. Reverse 2.5 somersault tuck. Difficult dive from 5 meter platform. Was a little bit too short, a little bit too flat. Around 4.5 points, 4.5, 5.5. It's 46 points. Next we have Dariusz Lotfi from Austria. He was showed the same dive, reverse 2.5 somersault tuck. Nice dive. It was straight into the water. Entry could have been better. 6.5, 7, 6.5. Next we have Tom Waldsteiner from Germany. Arm stand back double somersault 1.5 twists. He was a little bit hectic and failed his entry. It was a little bit over 4.5, 5. Here we go with Vyacheslav Gachanov from Russia. Back 3.5 somersault tuck. He was the first rank after the last round. And this dive will decide whether he will stay on podium ranks or not. Nice entry. It was a little bit too short, a little bit too flat, but the entry was really good. So 7.5 points for him. That's 74 points. That is really important for him to stay on gold medal position. That was really important. Next we have Sam Fricker with the same dive, back 3.5 somersault tuck. Let's see if the Australian boy can compete with Vyacheslav Kachanov. And yes, he can! What an amazing, beautiful back 3.5 somersault tuck. Awesome. 8.5, 8.5, 8.5. It's 84 points. Beautiful. So here we see Vyacheslav Kachanov, Sam Fricker, and then Lucas Thompson. Everything's really close. It's open so far. After them, it's 40 points. Not in their league. They are way ahead. So it's just competition between the three of them. Next we have Anton Antonev. Unfortunately, he failed his first 3 dives. Here we go with an arm stand back double somersault, 1.5 twists. And also this one, not his competition. 4-4-4, that's the score, 38 points. Next we have Theodor from Romania, arm stand back double somersault, 1.5 twists, like we've seen it before. And a beautiful view here from the platform. Cameras, live stream, everything provided by the company Sportlicht from Germany. On the whole result service. Oh, that was not as planned. 5, 4.5, 4.5. Carlos Casado from Spain, reverse, 2.5 somersault tuck from 10 meter. Really nice reverse, 2.5 somersault tuck. Not the most difficult dive, but when you do it really well, you can get good points. Here you can see 8, 8, 7.5, 65 points. Aurelian Dragomir from Romania, back 2.5 somersault, 1.5 twist spike. Here's the score, 6-6-6. That's 57 points. Next we have the Swedish diver, Richard Ropeliste, reverse 2.5 somersault tuck. One was a little bit too short, not enough somersault, a little bit too slow, so his score will be quite low, 4.5, 4.5, 4. Next we have Lucas Thompson, one of the divers who's fighting for a medal. Lucas Thompson from Great Britain, back 3.5 somersault tuck. That is an important dive. He has to nail it to stay on the podium. Oh! That one was over. Three points. That's 29-70. That's too bad. Here we go with Filip Kasyanov from Russia. Back 2.5 somersault, 1.5 twist spike. That was a really good dive. 8, 7, 7.5. That's 72 points. And here we go with Dariusz Lotfi in the same dive. Back 2.5 somersault, 1.5 twist spike. Beautiful entry, a little bit too far away from the platform, but overall a really beautiful dive. 7, 7.5, 7. Next we have Tom Waldsteiner from Germany. Inward 3.5 somersault tuck. So far this is not his final. He was rank 3 in the prelims, but in this final he had some problems. Really fast, nice dive, but in the end he was a little bit over. So it's just 5.5, 6.5, and 6. He's not amused about this. Here we go. Vyacheslav Kachanov from Russia. Arm stand, back, triple somersault with tuck. He's the only one showing this dive in this competition. Nice arm stand. That one was too slow. You could see it from the beginning. Open tuck. Not enough spin in the somersault. So it was way too short. And that's the chance for Sam Fricker from Australia. Arm stand back double somersault, 1.5 twists. He is in a good position now. He can do it. Not really a beautiful arm stand. The dive was pretty good, but let's see how the judges react to this. 6, 6.5, 6.5, 4.5, 6. But he is on first position now. Sam Fricker, then Vyacheslav Kachanov and Lucas Thompson. This is the 5th and last round. Anton Antonev from Ukraine starts with the back 2.5 somersault and 1.5 twist spike. 4.5, 4. As I already said, that was not his competition, and he's rank 11 already, so he will stay there. It's too bad for him, it was not his final. Here we go with Theodor Țănescu from Romania, back 2.5 somersault tuck from 5 meters. That must have hurt. Way too over. 1.5, 1.5, 2. Carlos Casado from Spain, showing a back 2.5 somersault, 1.5 twist spike. Straight into the water, but not a good entry. Overall, a good dive. 666, that's his score. We have 57 points. Next diver is Aurelian Dragomir from Romania with a reverse 2.5 somersault tuck. Little bit too short. Four and a half, 5, 39 points. Next is Richard Urb, released from Sweden, forward 3.5 somersault pike. Beautiful dive, nice entry, fast spinning somersaults, 6.5, 7. Here we go with Lucas Thompson. This last dive will be an arm stand, back double somersault with 2.5 twists. He still has the chance to get the silver medal or even win this thing. It depends on the other ones, and he has to show his qualities. Nice arm stand. Really clean and controlled arm stand. Nice arm stand, really good dive. Good finish. 7.5, 7.5, 7.5. 72 points. That's a chance. He will get bronze medal at least. Let's see what his competitors are doing. Yaroslav Kachanov and Sam Fricker. But first we see Gleb Kasyanov from Russia. Same dive. Five and a half, that's his score, 52 points. Next we have the Austrian diver Darius Lotfi with an inward 3.5 somersault tuck. Will be hard for him to get into podium ranks, but he showed a pretty good competition so far. Beautiful, amazing inward 3.5 somersault tuck. 6 points. Awesome, really nice. Final dive from the Austrian diver. He can do it. That's pretty good. Here we go, Tom Waldsteiner. Back 2.5 somersaults with 2.5 twists pike. Difficult dive. Really difficult dive. Oh, that's pretty good. That was pretty good. A little bit too short. But as I said, it's a hard dive. 6 points for him. That's 64 points. It was not his best competition. He's not super happy about it, but you could see with his last dive, he is pretty good from the platform. Here we go with Vyacheslav Gachanov from Russia. Back 2.5 somersault, 1.5 twist spike. He has to nail it to pass by the British diver Lucas Thompson, which is first rank right now. Let's see how Vyacheslav Gachanov not a good entry. Not a good entry. This will be tight. And that's rank 3 for Vyacheslav Gachanov. He was on rank 1 and now he is on 3rd position. And that's a silver medal at least for Lucas Thompson. But first, let's see what Sam Fricker does. It's the last dive in this competition. Inward 3.5 somersault tuck. Wow, just amazing. What a beautiful inward 3.5 somersault tuck. That's this dive for the gold medal. 533 points in total. 9 points for this inward. Amazing. What a beautiful dive. What a great diver. 50 points ahead, Sam Fricker. Then we have Lucas Thompson. And on rank 3, Vyacheslav Gachanov. But what a diver, Sam Fricker. Really, really good. Really good. So that's it for the 9th International Youth Diving Meet. Thank you all for watching this live stream provided by Sportlich Company in Berlin, Germany. Thank you.